Hey, hey, what is going on, guys? Oh boy. I went a little bit live a little bit early today. I wonder who will actually be first now. I'm trying to throw people off. Charles, what's up, man? Got in here numero uno. Very nice. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, my friend. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me turn off my Christmas tunes real quick so I can focus. All right, we're back. It is time for the Christmas music, man. Dang, you're so close, Walrus. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Dude, I went live a little bit early today to see if people could, if that might throw some people off, since, people have been trying really, really hard to get first lately. So now we know who, the true first is, right? Charles was, he was quick with it, man. Your chat was under your phone button, so you couldn't type. Oh, Widow. Bummer, man. Welcome in, by the way. Alright, let's play a good old solo raid while we wait for people to get in here. Gonna be a chill day. I'm, so vegged out. You know how when you eat too much food, you just kind of lose consciousness? That's kind of where I'm at right now. I engorged myself a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of good cooks in the family, so it doesn't bode too well for me. Go with cheat ilth. Why not? Stop, Widow. I'll time you out. None of that depravity. Get that out of here. I don't know if anyone noticed, my shield is a little bit higher than normal. Well, you know, perhaps closer to, I don't know, rank 3? Maybe. Oh, you're a genius, Cyclops. It doesn't matter, though. Oh, welcome in, guys. I hope all of you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. If you celebrated, of course. I have a lot of viewers that aren't really in, America. Because I guess it's only kind of an American thing, so. But it was great today, man. And then I gotta cap the day off by streaming. It's the best. What's up, Nick? You absolute genius. I'll take Goober. Goober is, that doesn't have an inappropriate term tied to it. Ironheart is awesome in raids. Ironheart is awesome in a lot of things, man. I assume you can get her the debuff one, the DOT one, or the siphon, whatever it's called. Rank 3 at a faster. Well, okay, I don't think Sentinel's really that fast for raids though. He's okay, but I don't think he's the move, personally. At least not in my opinion. You go for Crit Crusher? Oh, that's interesting. I go for that when I use Rintra. Rintra kind of destroys. But you guys knew that. I enjoy when I can use Rintra for raids. I've never actually used Shield though. I'm kind of experimenting here. So we're gonna see how this goes. Are solar raids worth it? Yes. Just for the XP coin, absolutely. No, absolutely. You're definitely missing out. It doesn't seem like it would be a lot, but it is, trust me. Ooh, we got him. Does this reach, I wonder? Oh, what? Look at how hard those bleeds are hitting, man. She's not faster than Mole God, though. I gotta practice my Chi for Necropolis, man. More damage her special 2 does. That is true. I usually just like spam the special 1 and see how many incinerates I can get. I enjoy that playstyle quite a bit. I don't know what's faster. Firing off the Chi special 2 or the special 1. I mean, the special 2 seems to do quite a bit of damage. I guess I'm not really getting my Furies the way I'm playing, huh? There we go. I was kind of limiting my my damage really hard there. Not playing into the raids node. Oh yeah, we're doing good damage now. I'm glad this isn't one of the versions of the champion, like where he's like Ghost or like Hercules. That could be annoying. I don't mind it if he's the Guardian or Red Guardian variant. Yeah, Ironheart with DOT boost is the move, according to Walrus. I think like you can't go wrong with a lot of them, honestly. I've done Rintra fights with DOT boost, with Crit Crusher, like, and they all go pretty quick. I need to block more. How often do champs change for raids? I actually don't know. It seemed like this last batch went for quite a while. At least that's what it felt like. I'm sorry if you can hear the people above me moving chairs and stuff around. It's very, very loud for me. I hope you're spared. Anyway, in case anybody is wondering why my Chi health is now rank 3, I'm really, really seriously considering Necropolis more than I ever have. And if I'm going to do that, I might as well rank up Chi health. I know I'm going to be using Wong a lot, but Chi health as well will be used, so I might as well make her stronger. Plus, like, she's just so good for a lot of things, man. She's just so good. Alright, there's the solo raids out of the way. But yeah, it's definitely worth, like, making sure you get the XP token. Like, the raid ticket is kind of nice. It just feels like more of a placeholder than anything. What is this? Oh, gross. Why would you ever buy that? That's not even good. Why would you buy that offer when they have the other Cyber Weekend offers in the store? That's actually madness. Alright. Let's get our win streak going, shall we, chat? Nothing but chillaxing today, alright? If we play Battlegrounds, it'll be like when we're done with Arena. We'll see. It might happen, might not. Egg raid! We got the egg in here. Thank you, man. Welcome in. What's up, Zemo? How are ya? Hope your stream went well. Formerly known as WAP. Currently known as the egg. What's up, Lorson? Welcome in. Yeah, it always, like, throws me off. Like, it's kind of like WAP will just always be WAP to me. I know he's got that rebrand going for him for the egg. But listen, man, we go too far back. It's already, like, solidified in my head. I try to honor it. It's just, it'll always be call me WAP. 10-year challenge has some good champs. Yeah, I can bring in my Chi health. I can bring in Wong. I'll be able to bring in Sentinel. And then I'll probably bring in Wiccan for the Wong synergy. And then just like whoever. Got your prestige even higher, huh? Nice. Yeah, I noticed Hulkbuster was there too. I don't know if I would like bring him for anything. I haven't really like gone over all the fights. I would assume I would take the Titania path. That's kind of like the path everyone takes. Always WAP. True. Forgetting how to say my name out of all this time. Hey, it's been too long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get so many people in the chat, man. Sentinel's not good in long-form content. I took him in to test against Titania, and he was frying. I completely disagree. He was, like, destroying her health pool with his Incinerate. Maybe, like, if you compare him up against a lot of the other, like, gods of long-form content, for sure. But the 10-year challenge, he's definitely not awful. Aw, you're not one of the champions, eh there, Aegon? Isn't going to be good for second action? Is that the thing that roots you? I don't have all the, like, stuff memorized. Bit of a long shot, but first. Wow, Wolverine, you did it! Wow, first in. Congrats, man. Welcome in. Hope your day's going well. Again, hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. Yeah, I'm planning on using Chi and Wong. Sentinel's just going to be there for funsies. Don't get me wrong, I'm not actually, like, planning on, like, using him. I think it's dumb to not use a Wong or Chi elf, but... Big Meg. Easy Path has auto block champs. Rip. Your Thanksgiving was fire? Good, dude. That might be a little dangerous, though, considering you're an egg. Maybe you should stay away from fire in the future. Risky business. No, dude, I had so much food. My wife made some homemade mac and cheese, which was divine. Oh, we had some incredible smoked turkey. Oh, it was a great time. I'm doing the 10-year challenge, yeah. I didn't feel like there's a reason to, like, go through the path, like, more times than I would have to, so it made the most sense to knock out a Karina challenge at the same time. Get the rewards a little bit juicier as well, you know? That was my thought process there. And I ranked up my Wong in preparation for a Necropolis run, like, geez, I don't know. It was a long time ago. Months and months ago. And he's just been kind of sitting there waiting in the rafters because, I don't know, for one reason or another, I just haven't gone for it yet. I wanted to do, like, Epoch and Ordeal first, and now that they're done, it's kind of like Necropolis is the last man standing. When Necro? Sometime within the next 2 weeks. I'll have to nail down an exact day, but I'll probably open my battle chips, like, a little bit before Banquet time. And then I'll have a bunch of energy to use. I'll just, like, funnel that probably entirely into revives, I'm thinking. And then we'll take a stab at it. At this rate, after Christmas? No, I've actually already started farming the revives. A little bit. Not too hard in the paint. I've only farmed, like, 3 or 4, but still. And then we all hope and pray I can get my Sweet Prince Scorpion at a 7-star. Sponsor your cyber with a Peter Parker's wallet. Nah, I ain't got the cash, man. The only money I have is the stuff in the corner, my friend. You're deciding between Wong and White Tiger. Pick White Tiger since she has a synergy use a lot with the goat. Yeah, that makes sense. Wong is really good. He just can take a little bit to get ramped. That's why he's like, he's kind of insane for Necropolis. I'm surprised he's they made a challenge where he's actually usable, because he's kind of a beast in Necropolis. He's very sustainable when you get him all the way set up. I mean, that's the challenge though, right? Getting all the way there, but it's not too bad when he's awakened. That's another thing. I was kind of waiting for Wong to get awakened. It's not really necessary, but like, it helps you basically in every fight to actually have it, and then it helps you a lot against Apocalypse, from what I understand. So I was kind of sitting on it until then. Will I empty out my units come Banquet? Yep. Yeah, I'm planning to go as in as I can get on Banquet. All the gambling. Oh, here we go. We got Caveman. There's 2 reasons not to drink from the toilet bowl. Number 1 and number 2. Especially on Thanksgiving, am I right? Oh, that's a good one. Nice to have you, Caveman. Welcome in. Very nice. That's what made your decision, is that Wong is unawakened. Yeah. I mean, White Tiger's still a good champ. I do like my Wongers. Like, occasionally I'll get to use him, like, for content. And it's quite enjoyable. Like, it's kind of a fun rotation. I just like him, like, outside of marathon style content, I really just think he's a cool champ. No, man, I wonder if we're going to be seeing Hulkling in the Banquet box. That might be crazy. Why, Gamora? Who is Gamora? How is Gamora? I'm still the real one, thanks. Yeah, it is a bit steep, man. Peter Parker's wallet is it's too expensive for me, man. Now, as much as I would love to, like, break the bank or whatever for cyber, I literally am, I just can't. It's not in the budget. Oh, yeah, big damage. I think we should buff Enchantress, make all her attacks unblockable. Not as easy as Archangel, but a good option. That's good to know. I guess because you can maybe, like, lock down the power gain, I would imagine. I don't really use White Tiger outside of Arena. I know when Necropolis first dropped, there were a lot of people that cleared it with just, like, Aegon. But I remember seeing that, like, while viable, it's not, like, the greatest option. Like, I think there were a lot of people that kind of regretted using Aegon. At least that's what I seem to recall. But, again, that was kind of a while ago. Might get 7-star Hulkling before GTA. Dude, we honestly might. Heck, dude, we could get 8-star Hulkling before GTA at this rate. Like, honestly, like, GTA is just never gonna come out. That thing better be, like, the most transcendent, like, experience in all of human history. Anything less is gonna be such a disappointment. I hope it delivers. And then humanity can wait like 500 more years before the next one. Don't go untouchable. Thank you. Oh, that's actually pretty sick, Nick. Yo, what's up, Steven? How are you? Welcome in, guys. I'm actually shocked there's this many people during Thanksgiving, man. I thought so many people would just be passed out on the couch, just like in the turkey coma or something. Dust from a basic. Hey, that's pretty good. Garveet, I don't know if you know who he is, but he's in the chat once in a while. He was in here at like the last 5 seconds of yesterday's stream. But one of his friends is a dev for that game, which is kind of cool. Not that that means that much. He can't share anything. It's all under like lock and key, as it should be. I actually think Rockstar recently fired a bunch of people, if I remember correctly, because they were like talking about something where they weren't supposed to, or something like that. I didn't like read the article too much in depth, but hey, right on, man. Fell asleep mid-stream last night? Ouch. Ouch. I didn't know it was that boring, dude. I'm sorry. Most eaten food was your mashed potatoes? My man. Dude, I love mashed potatoes, man. Especially if it's fresh. Like homemade. None of that like powdered mashed potato stuff. I mean, that's okay in a pinch, but it's totally not mashed potatoes. Not at all. Bang. You were just very tired. All right, I'll allow it then. I'll allow it. Yesterday's stream was kind of fun though. We actually had a really good time yesterday. I'm gonna miss the side quest actually. I hope they bring it back sometime soon. I think it was just really enjoyable. Like kind of a low pressure thing, even at the highest difficulty. But I think it was so enjoyable. So there's still a couple we don't quite know. The champs that are going to be available that we know for sure so far. Valkyrie, Nimrod, and Scorpion. And then we're also getting Kingpin and Absorbing Man. But they'll be from like a selector, which will be like theoretically more difficult to come by. And then trying to think. We also have Jane Foster, but that's like kind of the rework or one of the reworks. So that's all we know so far. We still are waiting on the Mutant Champion and the Cosmic Champion. Also, what's up, Legend? I'm going pretty freaking swell right now. We got Spider Ham on the stream. He's got the Christmas spirit over here. A little Santa hat. I'm hoping having him join me by my side, maybe that will entice him to actually appear from a crystal, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Kingpin and Absman are like the big dogs. They're not the ones in the Banquet box though, which I think is what you're asking for. Oh, it's just union busting. Man, that sucks to hear. That sucks to hear. Someone fell asleep during a BG's match. I'm not gonna lie, like, there's been some times I feel like I've been close. Like, but I don't think that would ever happen to me. I don't think I could ever fall asleep on stream. I like to yap too much. Like, there's been a lot of times I'll end stream and then just go pass out on the bed, but nah. Nah, that'll never happen. Especially if I was doing Battlegrounds, I think. I feel like that would really keep me awake and alive. Yo, what's up, Reliver? How are ya? 10-year challenge has some good rewards? Yeah. I think there's like a Titan Nexus in there too or something. That was like what I was mainly looking at. You're only at 1,000 units right now? That's tough, man. It goes quick though. Like, if you are, and I know a lot of people don't because it's not exactly the most like enjoyable game mode in the planet, but if you're like grinding arena consistently, you can net quite a bit of units. You just hit Paragon. Congrats, congrats. Only up from there, man. Paragon makes a big difference. And then an even bigger difference once you finally get to Valiant. Oh my gosh, we got Lee in here with the 50 Canadian smackaroos, dude. Oh my gosh. What a guy. Hey, thank you so much, Lee. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me give you your rifle place after this fight, alright? Holy macaroni. Yeah, there's one from each class, essentially. Yet to be revealed, there's one more champion that will be a first-time 7-star, and then a champion that will be reworked. So we just gotta wait and see. Holy crap, way to make an entrance. Oh, it's just a regular Titan. Well, better than nothing, I guess. Alright, let me dethrone Samira's Innocent. I was hoping he'd be in here to see it, because I had it last night, but it wasn't in there for very long, but that's okay. Dang. My man. He even included, this is how great of a person he is. He even included the, like, conversion for US currency. At least I'm assuming that's what it is. How kind. Now I need to do math. 35 plus 145. It's 189, right? Yeah. Holy crap, baloney. Thank you. Sweet hoodie? Hey, thank you, Thomas. Thank you. It's one of my favorites. I get complimented on it all the time, actually. You would think that most people just look at me like I'm a weirdo. That probably does happen, but most people are always just, like, really jealous. But yeah, I'm excited for the Banquet champions, man. They're gonna be great. They are American dollar translation. Okay, sweet. What's up, Redwood? I did have a great turkey day. I'm incredibly full right now. That's why I'm doing kind of a lower, I don't know, a lower skill requirement game mode right now. I don't know that I could focus too hard on Battlegrounds. I think my brain is a little clogged. I think I ate a little too much. 35.53 according to Googs. Yeah, we'll just round it. It's alright. 35 is a nice number. What do we think is probably the unit count to get him 40k? What do you mean? 40k. Like, I'm definitely gonna probably get like over 40k units if that's what you're asking. I still have battle chips to open. You'd want Valkyrie. I know you really like Valkyrie, Nick. That makes sense. Would 5 to 10,000 units be able to get you some good stuff from Banquet? It's really hard to say. Banquet is a little bit more RNG. Like, there are milestones, and generally they're pretty good. But you probably will need more than that to get all the milestones, so it can be a little hit and miss. That's like the price you pay for investing in Banquet, because it's more crystal focused. It's all just kind of completely random chance. The really nice thing about Cyber is you know what you're going to get, and there's a lot more selectors and stuff. Banquet is just a roll of the dice. So if that's what you like, which is what I like maximum crystal opening action, then that's what I go for. But if I had to guess, anywhere from 15,000 to 20,000 units will probably net you all the milestones for Banquet event. Just because I think there'll be like some inflation. There always is. You hope this game is never going to be retired? Hey, me too. I like this game. The longer it can continue running, the better. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Swiss. Welcome in. Did someone pay for Samir timeout yesterday? They didn't, Steven. No, I don't even think... Was Samir even here? I don't think he was. Your dad keeps moving stuff in war. But yeah, we'll have to just kind of see how things play out. Hope it goes 10 more years. That'd be really impressive. Like, the fact that this game has survived as a mobile game and it hasn't come out with like MCOC 2 or anything is like insanely impressive. Like, it's quite the feat. And it's not like yeah, there's some like borderline predatory store bundles like any game would have, but it's not like infested with ads or anything else. Like a lot of older games are that way now. You don't regret putting units toward... I wouldn't regret putting units towards cyber. And I think if you did, like, that mentality might just make you feel bad if you do feel like that regret. I think if you're going to spend, you just have to go in with it and no regrets kind of thing, you know? What's up, Kate? How are you? Welcome, welcome. The best way to get units would be from the Radiant store. You can get 750 there. And then doing your dailies every day, that's important. And then arena grinding. Outside of that, another good way to get units is to just explore content. Particularly, you can do the back issues. You can do the classic difficulties there. It's only like 5 or so units a pop, but like it's free, basically. You might as well explore them for units. But even then, that's not going to be enough to get you like 10 grand. Definitely nothing to scoff at, though. Like, if you have extra energy, you might as well put it towards exploring those. Nice, Swiss. I wish you the best, man. Rank 4 Scorp with Lizard. Yeah, it would be sick. Holy crap, the chat is popping right now. Yeah, I don't think you can make 14K from now until... Maybe if you like full started a new account and you had a bunch of like explored all the story content. Outside of that, I don't think that's doable without spending like actual money. Because I feel like, yeah, I don't think that would be doable. Okay, theoretically, unit gain can be like not infinite, but like way higher than a lot of people would say. Like, I'm talking about through milestones. You definitely can't get that through milestones. You would just have to get like the craziest luck of your life with the battle chips, and you would have to farm arena like, no joke, 24/7. You would have to farm all your champions off cooldown. And you could never stop. And then you would have to get lucky with the arena crystals. And then you could technically get enough. But yeah, don't do it. Because like, yeah, if you are like full recoil masteries, like hardcore no-lifing arena, it's possible. But I doubt it. Dang, that's tough, Widow. Also, I feel like it wasn't actually 67 seconds. You just said that for the meme. Am I correct? It was probably more like 65. Man, what the heck? If you block that last hit, that pushes you so far? I did... Dang. I didn't know Nebula was so strong, man. Usually do payment, but next week you're going to get cyber deals and save that for Banquet. I think that's smart. Like, I think if you did spend for Cyber and you were able to get everything you wanted to, like, I know a lot of people that they bought like a handful of Odins. That kind of gets you all that you want, and then they're just going to use the units they got from that to like spend on Banquet, which is like pretty good strat, I think, if you're like spending anyway. Yeah, it's not a lot, but it adds up. It's kind of like oh, I don't know, like it's definitely worth it. That's for sure. Hardcore no-lifing arena sounds miserable. I agree. I agree. There are people out there that do it though. Like, you guys think I play arena a lot? Like, I guarantee you there's people that are playing it like twice, if not like quadruple more, like the time I spend. They just like have nothing else to do and have a huge roster. Or I think there's probably is still a fair amount of people that arena bot. I know that like Kabam has like cracked down on a lot of that. I find it hard to believe it could be completely eliminated. There's always going to be cheaters, right? So I bet there's still people doing that, but not a lot though. You're not lying? Screenshot or it didn't happen? Also, we got 25 people in here. Thank you guys so much. I'm like actually shocked. I don't know how many of you guys saw my post earlier, but I'm like insanely thankful for the community we've created over here, man. So thank you guys. Everyone that is currently in the audience for being part of that. Wait, you actually did take a screenshot? Oh, I thought you were maybe out of the match. Or no, you can look back, huh? I forgot that. Yeah, that's like a ton of arena fights. That's actually bananas. Like, what is my stat? Will it show me? Can I click my profile from here? Oh, did I just break the game? Uh-oh. 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 I guess if you're in the arena... Okay, no, we're good. How many arena fights have I done? Yeah, okay, so I've done 71,352 PvP fights, which I would imagine Battlegrounds counts for that too, but that's like minimal at best. That's a lot. And then to have like 10x that, basically, more than that, it feels like inhuman. That is mind-melting stuff. Yeah, Wop, thank you for stopping so you can be my mod, dude. I need to get a few more, I think. Oh, I love you, Vox. $15 to $35 units a chapter, you think? Yeah. It adds up, man. Especially if you haven't done it. Like, if you just have energy burning a hole in your pocket, like, you might as well. 3 hours is more than enough. It can be. Definitely can be. There's some days I wish I just only streamed like 2 hours, but I think 3 hours is like the perfect time for me. Not too hot, not too cold kind of thing. It's in the Goldilocks zone. You're at 109,000 PvP fights. Dang it, Lee. I thought for sure there might be like nobody that could beat me. Maybe Garvit, because I know he plays a lot of arena. Those breaks got me, man. I took some pretty long breaks for this game. There was a point where I didn't play for like 2 years. That, I think, is probably what killed me the most. Max, you do is 2 hours? Yeah, hey, man, there's some streamers that, like... Well, I mean, a lot of streamers, I should say, that do it for a living, they'll stream for, like, 8 hours. Which is, like, the same as a normal full-time job. I think I could definitely do that. I could not do that playing MCOC though, but I could definitely, like, back in the day, not currently because I don't like the state of the game, I could definitely have played Call of Duty for 8 hours. Like, not a problem at all. Grinding is different when you're live. Yeah, it's kind of a skill curve kind of thing. You get used to it. Caveman at 141k? What a flex. I wonder who the highest in the chat is. I mean, you definitely hold the title so far. You used to run Arena religiously. Then you took off recoils. You done maybe. Yeah, recoils makes it so much faster and so much easier. And like, I would definitely throw them on as much as I play Arena, but it's just not worth the cost of switching back and forth because there's like new content for this game all the time. And like questing and like boss fights and stuff, it's all just like better without recoils. And then like if I ever wanted to play Battlegrounds, like yes, you can win with recoils in Battlegrounds, but usually you don't, you know, so yeah, it's just there's not much reason to use recoils unless you're like hardcore arena grinding nowadays. 210k? Jeez, legend. Oh my gosh. Timeout legend over. Oh my gosh. Okay. Caveman with the 5 smackaroos, dude. Thank you. All right. Legend, it's nothing personal. Okay. All right. All right. Let me change the total real quick. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Caveman. All right. We'll see you back in a little bit. Legend, it's nothing personal, friend. We'll just do 5 minutes. Yeah, it's personal. Yeah. Gotta be the top donor for that privilege? Oh my gosh, no. Well, no, it's okay. Redwood's almost at 300k? Dude, how did you... I didn't think my break would put me that far behind. My goodness. Holy crap. All right. Okay. I'm about to eat a slice of humble pie, I guess, Widow. You're correct. Okay. Listen. As much as you like to meme, I assumed you were lying about the 6-7 seconds. You were indeed a truther. That's funny though. I will own up to that. Egg on my face. Not the egg in chat, just a different egg, you know? Oh well. Todd's what you're playing for a while before you took a break. Honestly, okay, Call of Duty like used to be like supremely toxic. You know what a toxic game is? Rocket League, dude. Rocket League gamers are like on a whole nother level. They are so petty and so toxic. You do like the smallest little thing and it's like the end of the world for some people. Call of Duty, it used to be filled with complete vitriol and stuff. I mean, there's not a lot of people that voice chat in that game anymore, so it doesn't feel like it's really that big of an issue. But yeah, dude, I miss like the glory days of COD. I haven't played sorry. That's like the food coma beat dizzle. I haven't played the newest one. I'm just like so disillusioned with Call of Duty. I don't know if I'll play COD for a good while. It just made too many decisions I didn't like. Whoa. AO, that's right, Widow AO. I still do like have a soft spot in my heart for that game though. I could maybe play Fortnite for 8 hours. Definitely could play Minecraft, especially if I was like on the Minecraft binge moment. But I think like I would need like people to stream with. I think that would make that a lot easier. I have like crazy admiration for like people that will do nothing but like speedrun for like 8 hours straight, and they'll do that like every day. That's like crazy tough. Oh, that stuns? I actually didn't know her special one stunned. You love OG COD? Yeah, man. I played like hours upon hours upon hours of Call of Duty. Yeah, recently it has not tickled that same Call of Duty funny bone, you know? Man, this guy with his like rainbow Yondu. Wish it were me. I think we're gonna get there though. If we get like within striking distance, I think I'm probably okay burning some units just for the Yondizzler. Modern Warfare 2 was peak? Dude, yes. I like the OG, like with like one-man army and stuff, where you could just like spam noob tubes across the map. Wolverines at 291,000 PvP fights? My goodness. Holy cow. Dude, like I miss the days of just like, I made so many like legit online friends that I still talk to, or like, I mean, not as often as I used to, but like some that I actually even met in real life back in Call of Duty. Like, it was just a great time. Everyone was like, I mean, they were crazy for sure, but we were all kind of united over Call of Duty, you know? It was a good time. Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1. I even like, I don't know, COD Ghosts was okay. We don't really talk about that Call of Duty. I think it was great at the end. It just released too early. That's like what I always say. And then Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, I liked all of them. I didn't mind jetpacks. Call of Duty was just so peak. And it still makes a crap load of money. It's like pretty much almost always the top game in like the Xbox and PlayStation store, but it definitely has fallen from grace, I think. Oh, dang it. Nope, it's all about, why are her eyes red? Dazzler. Not 420. You're 9,000? Okay. Whew. Man, I thought I was a big dog as far as like PvP fights, and you guys all just totally cooked me. Spidey, what's up, man? Welcome in. Second mod in. That's okay, though. We saved the best for last, right? Didn't think I was planning on it the whole week. I just told you guys I'd let you know. It was close though, dude. I was like almost tempted to just like say no thanks because I'm like so full of food right now, but we got it. YouTube is bugging? What's happening? Have I tried Arc Raiders? I've heard about it. I don't know if my computer could handle it in a way where I would be able to have an enjoyable experience though, Lee. That would definitely be something in the future I'd be open to streaming though. Like my current like goals, I guess, if I ever get a better computer, like I can play some games like that, but I'm very much limited by the hardware of my time, you know? But anyway, my ultimate goal eventually is to just like stream not just MCOC, but we'll see how that goes. That's a ways away still. Oh, shut up, caveman. Why you gotta make me feel bad like that? Jeez. Okay, so my family had those like big paper plates because who does dishes for the holidays? Not us. But they were like the big oval ones, like the big oval paper plates, dude, and I packed mine with food and I got like seconds or thirds. Oh, you know what? It's Thanksgiving, okay? That is when you eat and eat until you're sick. At least that's how I was always taught. Samir, welcome in, man. Just woke up. Well, good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing all right. Man, why am I getting death matches? I mean, this is not like a death match, but usually they're a little bit easier. You don't think a single vegetable touched your plate? My mother-in-law, dude, she makes like the best salad I've ever had, and I usually don't like eat salads, but dude, when she makes her salad, I'm there. So that's the healthiest thing I ate. Outside of that though, turkey, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, creamed corn, which is actually like low-key insanely good. It was a good time. I didn't have room for pie, unfortunately. Had to take that to go. I'm looking forward to eating that later, but overall, Thanksgiving was a success. The Kansas City Chiefs lost as well to the Cowboys. Like, dude, it doesn't get better. It just doesn't get better. So I am a happy camper. Oh, there we go. We got the crit. Heck yeah. I can't believe how much Storm can hit for. She's only like rank 2, I think. Oh, yeah, I forgot. He's, dang it. He's cold snap immune. Oh, well. It doesn't matter. Iceman going dog walk him anyway. Although it complete the break as a Bills win. I know, dude. I wish they played today. It's, the only game left, right, is the Bengals that are playing right now. There's not one after that, I don't think. Maybe there is. Eminem popping in for the halftime show is unexpected. Welcome. It was unexpected, but a welcome addition, for sure. I still think like the best halftime show they've had in a long, long time was like the rap one they had, where they had like Eminem and like Snoop, like everybody basically. Dre, I think 50 Cent was there. It was great. We need that again. Bears Eagles tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know who I think is gonna win that game. I still kind of think the Bears might be a little more fraudulent than most teams. I think that Vic Fangio defense is going to give Caleb some fits. At least I hope so, because that's who I picked. It was a good show, yeah. Got another Founders War Nexus, and you got you a new Night Thrasher. That's interesting, Redwood. I've heard, like, he's definitely not considered one of the, like, huge victories from that batch of champions, but I have seen some posts where people really like him, so you'll have to let me know what you think. How does Banquet work again with the boxes? So you can get keys for the boxes out of the crystals. Outside of that, generally you get like one for free. There's some locked away in the milestones, and then you can buy some. They're like attached to the bundles. And then it's just RNG. It'll give you one of the 6 champions. Basically, if you remember the Deathless boxes that we've had the last few months, where you could get a piece of like Deathless King Groot and Deathless She-Hulk, then it's that exact same thing, but with champions. Unless they decide to change it this year, which I can't see any reason to do that. Yeah, I feel like the halftime show is mostly just like an L. It feels like it's pretty like universally mid to me. It is crazy, though. If you look at the numbers, like, it's totally worth it to do a halftime show if you can. Can you dupe champions? I think you have to, like, full clear the box to be able to dupe them. They usually have awakening gems, though, that you can either buy or get in the milestones. Like, last year they had, like, you could get 1 awakening gem, I think, in the milestones. So, but I think there is a way to dupe. You might just have to clean out the box, though. Don't quote me on that. I know that once you get the champion, you can't get them again, so you can't get, like, the same champion multiple times. But I think it does reset if you get everybody. I could be wrong. Halftime shows just for getting a bathroom break and a refill on your drinks. That's true. That's true. Or if you're a mouse, how you, like, rule the world or whatever. Nah, that was a bad reference. I don't even know how many of you have seen the movie Flushed Away. Just forget I quoted that. Anyway. But yeah, last year I was able to dupe my Medusa with the Awakening gem. So usually they'll give you at least 1 freebie. Which, Awakening Scorpion, not the most necessary thing on the planet, by the way, guys. It is a really good awakened ability to have, though. So, like, yeah, technically you can get every champion once, like, guarantee it, if you just keep getting keys. But that's, like, luck in and of itself. That's why it's all kind of a gamble. The Chiefs have to run the table, Caveman? Is that, like, no matter what? Or is there a couple losses that might give them some breathing room? I hope they freaking lose some more, man. We don't need the Chiefs. We don't need the Chiefs. No, sir. Don't care about the dupes. Yeah, and you can get awakening gem crystals and stuff. Like, I've been able to awaken Sentinel since everything went down. It happens. And I think, like, eventually, too, we're going to hit a crossroads where 7-star awakening gems are, like, super common. Like, we got, like, quite a bit in the cyber deals, which I was kind of surprised by. So that might be an indicator that they're going to be a little more common in the future. But, I mean, yeah, like, we reached a point where, like, the 6-star awakening gems, like, even generics were, like, starting to get common. We might reach that with 7 stars, like, fairly soon. That is an elite hoodie? Yes, thank you. I have a hamburger one I wear sometimes, too. I was thinking maybe I'll wear that one tomorrow. Yeah, they're pretty common. They're, like, decently common. It takes a while to form one, Samir. The leeway is pretty small. Ah, how blessed. I love that. I love that for the NFL. And I love that for my stream. I don't know that we have that many Chiefs fans in here. Man, I can't believe this guy has not ranked Ford his gene yet. Last 2 7-star awakening gem crystals you've opened have been tech. Man, twice in a row? That's kind of rough, man. Awaken Bastion if you got him. Sentinel definitely if you pull him when the basic rolls over next week. They're both really, really good awakened. You're so hooked on the chocolate oranges. Dude, my wife loves the chocolate oranges, but they sell out so fast where I'm from. They go quick. Quick. When you talked about the Banquet champions, will eventually make it to the basic pools. Might be selected there. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I really hope they adjust the frequency that like champions will enter the basic. It feels too long. I don't like it. Man, it would be really cool, by the way, if all the champions that they're tuning for January, if they just release those in December, then it would be like we're getting so many new champions all at once. That would be fun. Your Gene is rank 1, Wop? That's crazy. Is that just because you prefer Onslaught? It's probably a little harder to make that rank up too when so many people in our alliance have a rank 4 Jean Grey. It's like not as like useful for you, I guess. Is that shade at you for not rank 4ing? No, your Gene is still fresh enough, Spidey, that you gotta get the resources together. Have I ever played Apex Legends? I played it a few times. I actually clutched like a 1v6. It was like the most euphoric thing in my life. But I never really quite like vibed with it, I guess. Which is kind of a lame term to use, but nah, it was never really much my forte. 12 to 7 Bengals. Let's go. Joey B. Oh, actual destruction. Okay, now I got the spacing on that. Let's see. Your rank 3 Ironheart has yet to be awakened. I feel like you should awaken her when you open the... Yeah, if you're hoarding basics, I would definitely sit on that. I wouldn't, like, with the rollover being so close, it feels a little bit hasty. Because you're going to have so many, like, chances to awaken champions that you could use the gem on. But after that, I would definitely, like, pull the trigger on it. I feel like Jean is good enough at rank 3. Yeah, but why rank 3 when rank 4? I would always ask for lemons in my stocking. You guys are going to think I'm a little crazy for that. But I love lemons. I love oranges too, don't get me wrong, but lemons are my thing, dude. I just love eating lemons. I know that makes me a rare bird and all, but... Onslaught, 50 Shades of Mid. Spidey, the guy who was praying for Jean, is calling her mid. He was pulling for Jean for quite a while. Which, I mean, I anticipated, like, the instant rank 4 from him, but I'm sure eventually. It's kind of fun when you have a damage over time champ. You can just kind of hang out in arena, wait for the defender to pass away. You have 3 mutant rank 4s. I mean, that's fair. You have Iceman. I think Onslaught. Who's your third one? Andrew, I agree. Onslaught, like, he's not like my favorite champion either. But dang it, if he doesn't just like, he does so much and he can deal with so many different things. He's kind of like Serpent or like Count Nefaria. Not quite as like, you know, like utility, like he's not as much of a utility powerhouse as maybe like Serpent or Nefaria, but he's dang close. He can definitely do a lot of stuff. But there are a lot of champions that are rank 4 worthy in the game right now, I think. Maybe too many. Also, guys, I haven't said it yet really this stream, but it would mean a lot to me if you go ahead and drop a like. I am thankful for everybody that likes the stream. That does help it grow a ton. It'll shoot it into people's algorithm so we can get more people in our community. So if you guys could go ahead and drop a nice thumbs up, that would be spectacular. If not, if you're eating Thanksgiving dinner and your hands are greasy, no worries. What's up, Cosmic? Welcome in, man. Non-Argene? Caveman, that's actually so based. That's actually crazy. I feel like you were maybe like scraping for like different champions to rank 4. I'm surprised that Gene wouldn't be in the ranks there. Unbelievable. About 4 hours at your sister's house with 2 dogs and your sinuses are cooked. I'm sorry, Wolverine. That's the worst, man. I'm not allergic to any animals or anything. But I do get like kind of bad hay fever when like summer and like spring roll around. So I kind of know how it feels. Not being able to breathe and whatnot. Definitely gotta be one of the top 10 worst things. That's why, like, I think if I ever get a dog, I want it to be like the hypoallergenic dog. Like dogs that just have hair, they don't have fur. That's the move. You're really enjoying Silver Sable, huh, Samir? I know a lot of people really like Silver Sable. Like, supposedly the change they gave her made her a lot better. Like a poodle? Yeah, poodle would be an example. I wouldn't get a poodle, though. You can get a lot of crossbreeds that are bred with poodles. Or like, I think... Is a Schnauzer? I think Schnauzers have hair, too. I'm not 100% sure. But there's like a lot of crossbred dogs that have hair. Just one of them. What's nice about that, too, is you don't get fur all over, like, the carpet, the couch, the recliner, all your furniture. That being said, you do have to take them to the groomer once in a while, but it's like, whatever, you know? That's so weird, Wolverine. Allergies are kind of interesting. I wish we understood, like we kind of understand them, you know? But like instances like that where things just like seemingly appear out of nowhere are always kind of interesting to me. I know a couple people that have all of a sudden just developed like peanut butter allergies, which, by the way, my heart goes out to everybody allergic to peanut butter. That's awful, and I'm sorry. You're missing out on a really yummy desserts. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Wacky, welcome in. I completely agree. As far as Nimrod being, like, one of my favorite techs, like, I used and abused my 6-star Nimrod. That being said, the same thing is true for Scorpion. I want both of them equally. So, Legend never came back. Oh my gosh. Legend, if you're there, I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not apologizing. I wasn't the one who made the donation. What am I doing? I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm not sorry for doing it. I mean, I guess I did kind of do it, but I wasn't. You know, I'm like 50% responsible. I'll own that. You're not hyped for the Banquet box at all, personally? I'm pretty excited for it. A lot of like nostalgia bait in there. I think there's probably a lot of champions that won't necessarily be as usable as they were in the past. I think Scorpion will still be very usable, but also like we have Spider-Woman and, you know, Porky Parker, if I ever could pull him. But his immunities are nice, and he still has like good utility, so. And Nimrod will still destroy prowess and regen champs. He's just not really gonna do much for like Onslaught or Jean Grey. I was really hoping for a lot more reworked champions this year, personally. I totally am down with like the first time 7 stars, but I don't know. I'm still excited. Yo, what's good, Mohammed? How are you? Did K-Man time someone out? Yeah, he did. Because he got one-upped in the fights won statistic. You wanted to time out Samir, but he wasn't here yet. Oh my gosh. Can't let him have a break. Of the champs announced, do you think Scorpion has the most meta kit? I would agree, Walrus. Yeah. Nimrod is still solid against non-mutant champs. I think he's still really good. Like, don't get me wrong, okay? I still love Nimrod, and I think he'll still be really useful. Like, the preview they showed of the shock damage was crazy. I think he'll still be able to really pop off. Especially if you have nodes where your opponent's getting prowess or regen. Like, he just eats them for breakfast. I'm talking about more like within his class matchup, like the current mutants are not going to be that susceptible to Nimrod, which is kind of a bummer. But that being said, like, he'll still annihilate plenty of matches, I think. Guys, seeing next Friday's live stream will be when they announce the mutant and cosmic. They might announce both, or they'll just wait right up until the bitter end and keep them spaced out a week or whatever. Nimrod is still Nimgod. You would just rather Bastion. I do think he's a little outclassed by Bastion, but they do have like different like uses. Like, Bastion does nothing against prowess, really. Nimrod just kind of dominates champions that do that. If Archangel is the mutant, then you'll be excited. Dude, yeah, I'm really wondering like which champion will be the rework and which won't. If it's X20, like I said, I think it's pretty likely it's X23. She's a champion in a yet to be released class that we know is getting reworked. But who knows? Who freaking knows anymore? I think there's a lot of really good rework candidates in both classes left. Nimrod would get dunked on by Onslaught. And then Jean would do okay. But I think, yeah, I mean, it's mostly Onslaught, but he's like so relevant. But yeah, I mean, I still think he'll be good. He just won't be like the top dog anymore, I don't think. Symbiote Spider-Man rework? Dude, I would be down for that, but we have had so many Spider-Verse champions, or like Spider-Verse adjacent champions lately. I want to take a break from Peter Parker for a little bit. It's alright, we already got a new Spider-Man this year. We got Lizard, we're getting Scorpion. It's alright, man. We can cool our jets. Pump the brakes on Spider-Verse, please. Please. Let somebody else have the glory. I think if Cosmic is a rework, I would want it to be Black Bolt for the millionth time. Even though he's been adjusted a few times. I just think he's a great champion. And I really like the Inhumans. They're like one of my favorite Marvel groups. However, if the rework is for Mutant and it's not X23, I think I want Jubilee Because I just think she could be a fun champion to be meta. Dude, it'd be crazy though if I had a rank 4 Nim God and Sentinel. And if I got Bastion. That's like the whole family tree. Are you gonna throw that special attack or what, big dog? Unless they announce Spider-Man Noir, then you're back in. Dude, that actually would be really exciting. And then they have Nicolas Cage actually voice the champion. I think it would be cool to focus more on the symbiote aspect of Symbiote Spider-Man. I think they really could make him cool. I'm so Spider-Man'd out, dude. Ooh, Cable is the first time. I don't think people would get hyped about Cable though, Widow. I would. I like Cable, but only with Apocalypse, and we can't get him as a 7-star unless we like got really lucky or bought him basically. So I would hope that that's not the champ we get. How good is Omega Sentinel? Pretty good, RP. I like Omega Sentinel. A little bit tricky to keep her debuffs active, but if you can pull it off, she has a lot of different things that she can do. Strong champion. Rogue would be a really good rework as well, Samira. I agree. Drax rework. I think he could be a good Stellar Forged candidate. I think what they like to do is instead of reworking some of the older champions because they're really like player friendly, I think Kabam wants to keep really basic, easy champions in the game with like non-complicated kits so that people that just barely start out can play those champions and like learn to play the game first. I think they want to keep some champions like that. I think that's why we haven't really seen Captain America get reworked or Thor. I think eventually they could be, because we did get Spider-Man. But, like, I don't think they want to have everyone be crazy. But I think if they get champions like that, they like to rework them through, like, Deathless or the Stellar Forged. If they stay with the theme of, like, older champions becoming, like, cool, I guess, because they kind of did that with Deathless as well. Drax could be a great addition, I think. You could also get Stellar Forged Captain America, which I would not be surprised by. And then if they hadn't just announced the Doctor Strange rework, I would have also thrown him in as a potential Stellar Forged candidate. And he still could be, but I doubt it. Cable would be one of the champs like Red Hulk. They'd just throw in the Titan. That's actually probably what they'll do, Redwood. His Apocalypse synergy would go hard, though. Yeah, I think, like, Kabam has a lot of really good routes they can take. I really hope the champion they rework is, like, an actual good rework. I haven't really seen too much from Jane Foster. Neither has it been, like, good. So I'm assuming it's not that great of a rework. We'll just have to see. Wacky, I wouldn't mind it, but it came hot off the heels of like a Battlegrounds event. So I'm already like pretty burnt out on grinding for that Titan. And then I gotta grind some more. That being said, I do go to Gladiator Circuit every season. So like I get it no matter what. I do wish there was maybe not I don't know, maybe the bar wasn't so high so that people with like maybe more average rosters could get it, because it might be fairly difficult. That might be why they did an event alongside it though, because there's going to be a lot of people forfeiting and like farming wins that maybe those people that wouldn't normally reach Glad Circuit can get it easier. I suspect that might be why they did it, so that they could maybe make it easier on people to get the Star-Lord piece. That's just like a game theory, though. Oh, he chose Jane for the Battleground Brawl rewards, really? Well, I'll have to go try and find some sort of play testing of that champion, see what it's like. Legend is back. Holy crap. Welcome back, dude. Thanks for taking one for the team, man. Dude, I would be kind of surprised if CGR was the Cosmic Champion. Without some serious, like, tuning of his numbers, like, dude, I know Cole dishes out some insane damage. The CGR is kind of on another level. I don't know if it would happen. Maybe eventually, but I think, like, Kabam would make CGR, like, the focus of the entire spending event. There is another egg fight tomorrow, yep. Stellar Forge, Cosmic, Agent Venom. I think Agent Venom kind of deserves a little bit. I feel like he hasn't really been able to shine outside of his crazy, like, debuff synergy. A group buff would be dope. Yeah, CGR would be stupid. Yeah. I mean, CGR is like a pretty high skill champion-ish. Like, he has his basic rotation, which is kind of like, I'm not going to say brain dead because, like, some fights it's actually a little difficult to pull off, or like some Battlegrounds metas. But for the most part, it's like pretty straightforward, and it can clean out, like, it can end most fights. And then you have, like, the crazy stuff that Slayer does, where you get like a gazillion aptitudes, and then you do just infinite damage. Proxima Midnight would be a cool champion as well, if maybe he was changed a little bit. I'll take a look at it if I remember to, Widow. Just to get Slayer fully back into MCOC. I wasn't even aware he quit. Until recently, actually. Like, I do know, but I guess because his Sweet Prince CGR was not a 7-star, which is fair. Yeah, I would predict as much, Walrus, but I would have maybe thought they would have used Absorbing Man in the same way, because I think Absorbing Man would have made them tons of money, and like he still is going to through Banquet. But I thought like Absorbing Man was good enough to be like Human Torch caliber or like Dark Phoenix caliber, where they had their own event. And then Kabam just charges like a ludicrous amount of money. And they didn't. Like, Absman is just in the Banquet, like, top reward, sure, but like, I don't know, man. I am pretty surprised. He blocked you too? Wait, who blocked you, Caveman? He's still kind of around in a retirement alliance? I see him on the forums once in a while, Andrew. Or not forums, like Reddit. Because I'm addicted to that website. Begrudgingly. Slayer is soft? Dang. We got some shots being taken. I do not have a horse in this race, by the way. I don't really know much about the guy. I've seen a couple of his CGR videos. That's it. I know he is like the cosmic Ghost Rider, though. He seemed chill. Dang, you were in his alliance, Andrew? That's kind of sick. What a flex. He has 2 of you in chat blocked on Twitter. That's great. What did you guys... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to ask. I don't want to stir the pot. The only people I block on Twitter are like bot accounts that are just like spam me with message requests and stuff. Oh, it was in the Retirement Alliance. Got you. It's hard to not be chill in a Retirement Alliance, to be fair, though. Some people are a little too chill. Like, I aim for a chill alliance, but not too chill. I was looking for the happy medium. I think I'm kind of there. You've never had a conversation with him? He's just blocked you for fun? That's crazy. Aw, they didn't release all of Stranger Things at once. Why do they do that crap? I know why. I don't really need an answer. It's just so dumb. It's so scummy, man. That's why you just, like, watch it, like, when it's all released, which is kind of lame, but... Because they prey on, like, the peer pressure of wanting to be able to talk about it with your friends. Because they'll be like, dude, did you see the first, like, 4 episodes of Stranger Things? And then you want to theory craft, and you want to get into all this really fun stuff that makes you feel like part of a community. And if you're not currently a subscriber, that kind of makes you want to subscribe so that you can feel like you're in. So toxic, man. Hoping the new Chase champions are OP? Only if I get them. Then I'm with you. The grade school kids are almost 30 at this point. Yeah. Well, with movie magic, I like to hope that I won't notice. I mean, like, there is, like, some time jump, I guess. At least there were in the other seasons. I don't know that there's going to really be one this time, though, right? Because presumably, like, you pick up right where you left off. Like, usually they would space it out with, like, another school year. And that was, like, their excuse. Kind of like Harry Potter does. Which I think it works great in Harry Potter. You don't really care that they're getting older. Stranger Things could be a different beast. I don't know. Maybe I'll turn my MCOC channel into a cinema review channel and we'll talk about it. Ah, for real, Domino with the evade. I should have known, dude. She was lucky. Oh, ouch. Caveman, he blocked you because he said your prestige was great in 2020. What? That's crazy. Camming, it is. Yep. Arena is by far the best way to get units. Outside of clearing content for the first time. Definitely the most, like, bang for your buck. Radiant Store is another good option as well. But if you're having a hard time playing Arena, try watching a movie or something at the same time. You can kind of get to the point in Arena where you just, like, don't really pay that much attention and you can still win the fights usually. Anyway, that's kind of a crazy thing to block someone for on Twitter. Blocking somebody for their opinion, I think. I mean, that's a little bit snarky, sure, but, like, it's all in jest. Yeah, that's actually crazy. By the way, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the video description. Same with anyone new to the chat who is looking for, like, people that know a lot about MCOC. We have a Discord server down below. You are totally free to join. A lot of smart people in there. Yo, what's up, Sheep? How are you, man? It's the internet. Everything is snarky. Dude, right? Right? You never know how somebody is saying something. That's what it trips me up. I learned that lesson pretty early. Someone had made a comment, like in a video or a stream, I don't remember. It sounded really rude, but that totally wasn't how they meant it. Ever since then, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes people are just being blatantly rude, though. Anyway, what's up, Warlock? They'll give a point, they respond with an insult, and then block you. Yeah, some people just like to hide behind their keyboards, man. That's just one of the things that we gotta deal with in this day and age, unfortunately. 7-star Scream is excellent, JJK. Welcome in, by the way. Great poll if you just snagged Scream. Absolutely fantastic. I wish I had a 7-star Scream on this account. I've used a 6-star, and I enjoyed it. Grew up calling your friends the worst names imaginable. Some people grow up where every tiny insult or joke is supposed to turn into a fight to the death. Yeah. Some people grow up just kind of a sheltered life. That's just the way we live now, right? With all the technology and stuff. People are exposed to that kind of thing. Like, you would think more because there's a lot of it online, but generally it's less than normal. Not super surprised the Cowboys won. Their offense is pretty nuts this year, man. I did think that game would be close. I imagine KC would play a lot harder, though, since their playoff was basically, like, in the balance, but credit to Dallas, man. They could not be stopped. If your friends were being genuinely nice, you'd be concerned. Yeah, that's probably accurate for my friends too, Andrew. Like, we'll play video games with each other and just, like, bag on each other all the time. There's a couple guys that are actually just really wholesome. For the most part, though. We're just taking digs at each other. Only time I'll root for the boys as well, yeah. Cowboys fans are kind of insufferable occasionally. I think they've been a little bit humbled in recent years. But Chiefs fans have been very insufferable lately, so I'm glad they took the L. Dak has had a really great season, too. It sucks his defense hasn't been able to win him games. Also, my GOAT, George Pickens, on my fantasy team. How many units could you roughly get grinding units now till the end of Banquet? Till the end of Banquet, I would say like a few thousand, maybe like 4,000 to 5,000 if you can like finish out the arenas. Buy the Radiant Store out. Do all your dailies. Probably somewhere in there with like the battle chip rewards thrown in. I think like 5,000 or 6,000 is pretty generous though. At least that's my guess. I'm going to be honest. I kind of just get into unit flow state and don't pay too much attention to how much I make, but feels like I can generally get about 1,000 a week. So, like, if you add in the chance of, like, getting units out of the arena crystals, I would say 4 to 5K. Depending on how lucky you are. Brandon Aubrey? Yeah, he's a beast, dude. Mr. Automatic. Now I'd include wasting every... Yeah, if you 24/7 grind arena, like never stop to do anything else, you could technically get like 10 grand, but it's not going to be a life. That would be, you would just need a ton of battle chips. That's where your bread would be buttered. Should you watch Stranger Things? I mean, it's pretty good. Giant Walrus with the 6 smackaroos. He says, here's the 6 to make your fund an even number. Don't worry, Samir. No timeout this time. Thank you, my friend. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the even number, too. I wasn't going to say anything, but my gosh. Staring at that 4 this whole time because, like, I watch my streaming software a lot. When I look over in chat and I need to play at the same time, I'll look at that screen. So I'll catch a glimpse of it, and it's been, like, kind of driving me insane. So thank you. You have exams, you can't grind Arena 24/7. You can get some from Radiance. If you haven't explored the back issues, that can get you a small bit, but every little bit will help. Outside of that, though, man, it's just kind of like story and Arena. There's not too many other ways. But yeah, it's tough, man, because we have like an awesome sale for like in Cyber Weekend, and then it's followed up by Banquet. And in most cases, you just have to pick and choose. For what it's worth, though, even if you can't farm up a lot of units, generally Banquet is a time where Kabam gives you a lot of free stuff. So there's still a pretty good chance that you will get like some good stuff. Like they had a login calendar where you could get 7 stars last year. I would imagine that returns. So, oh my, Andrew, you're the worst. I just took a death because I had to look at Andrew with the 3 smackaroos says, hope you enjoyed your sanity while it lasted. Oh my gosh, dude. Why you gotta do that to me, man? Why you gotta do that? I have half a mind to not even change it. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much for the donation, though. I appreciate it. Oh, even though it might infuriate me a little bit, thank you. Is there any big event happening after the Banquet? I would guess yes, but not to the scale that Banquet and Cyber are. Kabam, like, has seemed like they really want to just, like, always be running some sort of spending event. I think the next, like, big one will be spring cleaning. And I don't remember exactly when that is, but it won't be for a few months. Now I have 2 Prime? Whoa. Oh, 2 Odins, okay. I was like, Prime? I thought that was some sort of math term, Samir, and you were just like big braining so hard. Ravens scored 19-14. Oof. You need the Ravens to lose? I actually don't remember who I predicted on this. Joe Craven's joke. I actually would be probably more benefited by the Ravens losing because I need the Bengals to have a reason to keep trying to win. I have Chase Brown. I need Jamar Chase to get at least 6 more receiving yards. And then I need Chase Brown to get some more rushing yards. And then we'll be in good shape, boys. Ooh, Nelly. It's getting close. Okay. Lock in. Oh, crap. Rocket Raccoon via Enchantress. 2-3 is not a prime number. Yeah. That's what I thought you were maybe talking about in the first place, but then I found out it was a typo. I just felt like an idiot. They'll have unit bundles for Christmas with extra stuff. Yeah, they do that. They do that as well. Similar to Cyber. How there were nice little bonuses if you were buying like Odins and stuff. Just don't expect like Cyber Weekend is a lot more of a choose your own adventure. Whereas, like, Banquet tends to be, let's go to Vegas, baby. Like, let's hit the slots. That's why I enjoy it, though. $7 by 29 is 203. I don't know how you knew that, Samir, but I'm impressed. I do remember in school, like, they would teach us, like, okay, if the first and last digit add up to this number, then it's divisible by this number, like, stuff like that. I don't remember any of that. I can't believe we're actually having a conversation about prime numbers in my chat right now. Never did I think I would be attending math tonight, on Thanksgiving of all days, when our brains are supposed to be functioning slower. Jazz hands. I'm going to make that catch on. The MCOC community will start calling it jazz hands. Y'all talking about math? When did I sit at the nerd table? Sheep. Okay, listen, let's be honest. The nerd table is the most elite table, and you know it. Okay, listen. I sat at all the different tables. I was like a sports guy in school. I was also a very nerdy guy in school. I've been at every lunch table. The nerd table is lit, all right? We're having talks about Dragon Ball Z. We're talking about, like, everything game related. It is based, okay? Like, that's just, it is. Marvel Contest of Casino? For Banquet it is, yeah. Basic maths. Quick maths. Man, we are almost done with this arena. Holy cow. We can, like, blast through this arena now. It used to take almost the entire stream because I had less 7 stars, but now we can just, like, zoom through it. The nerd table and the odd table? Dude, even the odd table, all right? I think the nerd table is definitely better, though. The odd table is kind of where you go if you just want a good chuckle, you know? But no, it's goated, dude. Like, during lunch at, like, the schools I went to, I don't know how other schools do it, but, like, basically you could walk all around campus and you could go in the library and stuff, and it was electric during lunch in the library. You had a bunch of the nerds and geeks and stuff. They'd be in there playing chess or, like, Magic the Gathering, stuff like that. Never a more entertaining, or, like, even just, like, you know, gaming away on their, like, I don't even know what they had at the time. I think it was still, like, Nintendo DS. No, people had Nintendo Switches, actually. I think. I can't believe I can't remember. Anyway, but it was fun, dude. It was great. I'd go walk over and watch people play chess, like, all lunch period long. And it was just chill. It was super enjoyable, man. And they're always really nice people. You know, like, just great people. Not to say, like, the other, like, cliques in high school and, you know, just school in general weren't full of nice people. But, dude, like, it was just more fun. Like, the nerds are goated, bro. Plus, like, back in the day, memes weren't as cool as they are now, so they were memers, too. Dude, you destroyed a rank 4 Cersei? As someone who's on the wrestling and football team's nerd table, better than the jock table all day. See? Andrew knows what's up. Andrew knows what's up. Yeah, man. No, it is. And, like, I had some really good jock friends, and we'd have a good time, but for the most part, the nerds are based, all right? Oh, we got Red Skull against Beta Ray William. Let's go. We take that matchup all day long. Oh, use Tigra? Yeah, dude, she would eat Cersei for breakfast. You can dodge, like, the entire special attack. Gulp, 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 gulp. Sorry, I thought I'd do the Diablo sound effect for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I do enjoy the gulping noises that Diablo makes, like mid-fight. Homie is really slamming that potion down, you know? That thing must taste good. I bet he's got Mountain Dew in there. Oh, she's got the Bastion thing for her, huh? Where you get the bleed, like, self-repair? That's cool. I did not know that. It's not as effective as Bastion's, though. I don't know why he just died, but I'll take it. You're so tired. Go to bed, man. Sorry, we had Spidey. I don't know where Spidey is, but he was in here. We will have a mod. What the heck? What? Beta Ray Bill? What did you do? He's like blue? He's like really dark blue. What the crap? Homie went to the Powder Festival or something? What? No, wait, what? Is his face black? It's either black or dark blue. Either way, there's something very wrong with the shading for Beta Ray Bill. I mean, he's not the only one. I think it looks kind of bad A though, man. He looks kind of menacing that way. Yeah, what the heck? Dude, I dig it. It's certainly an interesting look. I guess he's still dressed. Samir? I think it's dark blue. I don't think it's black. It looks really close, though. BRB fell asleep in the tanning bed. Clifton canceled. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude. RIP his employment. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Death the Spade of Ray. That actually is what it looks like. Oh no, wrong. Oh crap. This is not going to be a fun matchup. Yikes. Bleeding Domino is a no-no. Oh well. Maybe it'll like secretly work. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh, I'm super dead. That's okay. You're emailing his boss. That Wolverine. That was Beta Ray, brother. Oh my gosh, dude, you guys kill me. Beta Ray, brother. Oh my gosh. Guys, listen, when I said I thought he looked fresh and cool, it wasn't, I wasn't saying it was blackface. I said it was dark blue, but you guys just, you know, yeah, chat went into the logical line of thinking that chat would normally go into, which I did expect, okay? But no, I mean, on my monitor, it definitely looked dark blue, all right? Don't cancel me. I don't deserve it. Please. It's Kabam's fault. They're the ones who messed up the lighting, okay? That being said, though, you guys had some banger jokes. Beta Ray play. No, I think he just got stuck in the tanning bed or something. He probably has, what is it? When you stay out in the sun too long? Melanoma? Is that what it is? I'm not a doctor. Looking up my LinkedIn? Oh no. You know what? Good thing I don't have a LinkedIn. I deleted mine because I thought the emails were ridiculously annoying. Could I have unsubscribed from that? Yes, but my goodness, it was infuriating. I am linked out, as it were. Just trying to protect the image. Did I? Listen, no. Don't be putting words in my mouth. Who was it the other day that also has like really jacked up shading on him? Spiral does. I know Spiral. The shading on Spiral is a little bit messed. There's a couple others too. I genuinely, like, they don't change the stages. Like, we don't really get new stages. They don't change the lighting on the stages that I'm aware of. Why does shading for champions like mess up so frequently? Like, that feels like a pretty common thing that happens. Yeah, Spiral did. I was playing Spiral in Arena the other day and it did. It could be like a not every single time kind of thing. Look away, Nick. Look away. Your sweet prince has been KO'd. You haven't noticed anything on Spiral? Maybe it's just like a once in a while thing then. Because I feel like I would have noticed Beta Ray Bill as much as I play Arena lately. And that's the first time I've ever noticed different shading on him. Arcade is glitched too? Oh, yes. No, he was. His coat wasn't like pure white like it usually is. Yeah, I don't really know, Walrus. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, I mean, you can write it off as like spaghetti code because this code is like so old that maybe anytime you have to interact with it at all, it causes a lot of problems. And that's probably the most likely explanation. I just don't know what could possibly be linked together with like champion color or shading, whatever it is, that could cause that to happen. It's really, really interesting to me. Maybe if I was like a coding expert. Cersei fights in Discord? I'll take a look at it in a little bit. I gotta use my goat here, Falcon. So let me cook real quick. Are you gonna throw that or what, buddy? Really? This is what we're doing? Absorbing Manipulas. Oh, okay. So then he goes for it. Figures. That's okay. Because my goat, Joaquin, we actually regen some of that health. Look at this damage we're doing. Look at this. Oh my super death. What's he even gonna do, bro? He's dead. Gonna head out. Really glad you found this live today. You'll be back to ruin the donation banner in future streams. Hey, thank you, Andrew. It was fun having you here, man. We'll be live tomorrow. We're live every weekday, so we won't be on Saturday and Sunday, but every other day of the week, my friend. Man, homie just throws off the even number and the donations and then leaves. That was funny, though. What a good move. I was really scared someone would do that, and then it happened in like 2 seconds. Has anybody tried Punisher in the newest Battlegrounds as a defender? Because I really think he'd be filthy. His specials are like pretty good at distancing you. So you're like probably going to get rooted or you'll be close. And then you can't block them. So if he has prowess, he's going to do even more damage. He just seems like he could be a really good defender. Man, maybe even War Machine if he just like spams the special one. It's not as long, though. I don't think it could root you in time. Maybe his special too. Sunspot is such a nuke, dude. You can dex the special too? You can dex parts of it. I didn't know you could dex the whole thing. Not with Dean around? That's fair. There are a lot of really strong cosmics. Alright, let me watch this epic. Oh, it's not a movie, it's a picture. I got it. By against Yo-Yo, JFH, FN, FH, FNH. That guy's got quite the name. 23 seconds though, that's so quick. Jeez. Rank 4 Cersei with only a 6-star Tigra. That's really good, man. Better than I could do, probably. I've done that fight before, but it's not usually consistent. We'll use that word. Leader is probably not the best matchup for Patriot. I'll get the healing reversed, but hopefully he'll be dead by then. Oh, Quicksilver. Man, Quicksilver just kind of like deletes the shield, eh? Okay, is Quicksilver like low-key Jean like counter? Yeah? Actually? That might be not bad intel to have for future fights. Baffles you how she is a 7-star before abs? Yeah, I gotta agree. I mean, they're both really high skill champions. I think you could have made an argument that it could have been either or. I would lump them probably in like the same like skill circle. I was still really surprised she'd ever made a 7-star though. I definitely think we could see Ghost as a 7-star too. I've been preaching on this hill for like so long though. You guys know this. There's so many champions. I don't think they have an excuse to not be a 7-star. Even the quote-unquote OP champions, they have full control over the stats of a champion. They can just like nerf them a little bit to make them not be OP. Also, the same champions that were OP are probably no longer as like dominant as they used to be. Just a lot of situations like that, you know? The Whiplash is being potent? Yeah. And they just kind of, like, deleted health through the shield. Or it depleted the shield and there was so much damage left over it didn't matter. The final 2 champions announced? There's a chance they bless us with both of them next week. If not, it would be just, like, 1 per week until we get to Banquet. So next week and then the week after that. At least that would be my best guess. Patriot kind of juicing, by the way. You'd say Tigra is slightly higher skill? I think so too. Because you have to know specific like spacing for everything. I guess, yeah. Absman, you just need to intercept. Yeah, that's exactly what your comment just said. Yeah, I agree. I agree. In further retrospection, Dr. Doom is going to feed families when they make him a 7-star, though. They're going to make so much money. I'm surprised that he's going to be a Stellar Forge champ. I'm really excited for that, though, man. Stellar Forge Dr. Doom, that champion is going to deliver. If he doesn't, he's going to get buffed. He's going to be a great champ. Last hidden Nebula special one is somehow projectile? Really? Where she like... Huh. That sounds like a coding error. That might be a bug that needs to get fixed, actually. There's no way that's intentional. Oh, dang it, leader, you're too good. Oh, I believe you. It's okay. You play Tigra much more than me. That's still really weird, though. I don't feel like that should be a thing. It's a known issue. They've just never changed it. Yeah, it's probably one of those things that, like, companies will have bugs on their Trello board, which is usually, like, where you post bugs. And they just, like, stay there for years. Like, there have been... I can't point to any, but there have been Minecraft bugs that have existed for legitimately years and never been fixed. And then, like, randomly once in a while they'll get fixed, but... And hey, that happens in this game too, right? Occasionally a champion will get changed, like post-release. We'll think a kit is supposed to work one way, and then... Surprise, it's actually wrong. Not as excited for the Stellar Forge champions as others. Probably because of the fact that Star-Lord wasn't really one of your favorite champions back in the day. I love Star-Lord back in the day. Mostly because he was like the OG Realm of Legend god. And it was really high skill to get his combo high enough to actually pull it off. So he was just kind of a cool champion from that aspect. As far as like using him, I don't really think I used Star-Lord too much early on. I didn't get him awakened for a really long time. And that's kind of where his usefulness lie. Or would lie. So, kind of stayed away. I think it's really cool that they're going to be class swapped, though. I think that's really sick. You knew about it, and MSD showed it one day in stream, mentioned it. He said he's told Kabam. And then they just left it. Yeah. Super Scroll's a lot better than you thought. His special 2 is melting Mr. Sinister. I think he's okay. I still think Yondu's the better of the two, though. Is Silver Surfer immune to Power Sting? Not that I know of. The only champion, to my knowledge, that is, like, immune to Power Sting is Bullseye at Max Sig. Other than that, you're going to have to just, like, shrug the debuff or wait till it expires. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Alright, try and invade now, you punk. Oh, you're missing. Bummer. Danny Moonstar is so good. You can, like, never get hit. They haven't announced the other Stellars, no, Travis. We just know Doom and Star-Lord. I suspect it'll be like old champs, like the old guard. Like I think Captain America. That's my prediction for the next Stellar Forged. At least I hope so, because dude, Captain America needs some love. Captain America Infinity War is like too annoying to get because he's locked away in like a crystal you can open like once every 5 years, and then the other Captain Americas just aren't good. And like, think about it, like the way you collect pieces of the Stellar Forge champions, that I feel like Captain America would be suited perfectly for it. You could have his shield be a piece. You could have like the super soldier serum be a piece. His suit You know, there's a couple like pretty good options, I think. There's a bug in Arena. Spider-Woman wasn't giving it Power Sting? That's bizarre. Maybe there's some other interaction. No. No, big damage. I was getting too heavy happy. Also, I was not in the box. I don't know why my controls were reversed. OG Abomination would be good too, since we know that he's not getting the rework for the Banquet box. I can see that. 1950s government cheese. Yeah, they have like they have war rations, like a Hershey's candy bar. They could do like a Tesseract maybe. It's not quite his vibe, but could be. You could have his boots, like his signature red boots. I think it'd be perfect for it, man. I think he would be. And I think they would do it. Other options, though? Man, I really don't know. Dude, a Stellar... I know we have a bunch of Deadpools in the game. You could do a Stellar Forge, like, Gwenpool. Or, like, just regular Deadpool. It's been a while since we've been able to snag Deadpool. Maybe you could, like, give people a chance through, like, Stellar Forge. Kang could be after Doctor Doom? I'm assuming you meant to say Kang. Although King Kong would be really fun in this game. Redpool rework? That would be sick. I wish I would have snagged him as a 7-star, man. What? Oh, his stupid, like, buff thing made him shrug the stun. Just in time, too. The Iron Giant? Yeah! I love the Iron Giant, dude. That movie is goated for sure. And then the Iron Giant inside of... Oh my gosh. Now I can't think of the movie. I'm actually stupid. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What's... Somebody help me. I've seen the movie like 10 different times. It's the VR one. I'm actually so dumb. The one with the Oasis. You guys know what it is. I am like brain cramping so hard right now. Oh my... Please help. The Iron Giant in that movie is great. Ready Player One. Thank you. Thank you, Charles. I... Like, no joke. My wife and I have probably watched that movie more than any other movie on this planet. And I could not remember the title. Oh my gosh, thank you. Ready Player One is such a good movie. Fantastic movie. If you have not seen Ready Player One, definitely go give it a shot. The book I hear, I'm not much into reading unless... I mean, there's occasional books I'll read, but I haven't read the book. I've heard it's really insanely good too. Definitely go watch Ready Player One. It's actually a little spooky though, because you can kind of see where like modern gaming is getting the way of that world in a way. Just with like corporations wanting to put ads everywhere and like own your life basically. A little spooky, but man, it's so cool. And the visuals are so cool. I think the book though, there's like a second one. I don't know if there's a third one. But I think the movie just stopped after the first. I don't know if they're making a sequel. Okay, the book has a different robot than the Iron Giant. That's probably for like licensing reasons. Maybe. I don't know. From what I understand, my wife has read the books. She said the book is not exactly the same as the movie, but like they did the movie so well that it didn't really bother her that much. Okay, that's enough help. By the time I need these champions again, whether I requested help or not, they will be refreshed, so... I think we're going to play the alt a little bit tomorrow, guys. Maybe. We might actually just do Cyber Weekend. We'll see. The book robot is actually a Japanese icon. Is it more like a Gundam kind of robot? Let's go rock some 4-star fights really quick. These milestones go really fast. By the way, if you guys are wondering, only play like the first 6 or so milestones in the 4-star arena. Otherwise, it's not really worth your time. Okay. I desperately want virtual reality, though, to be on the level of the Oasis. That would be awesome. Do I want to know? Like, if it's a Gundam or not? It's okay if it's not. Or yeah. I mean, it's not going to spoil anything for me. Maybe somebody in the chat it would. Aw, man. I was going to go for the full special 1 dex, and then I just choked it entirely. You'll give me a hint? Okay. It's Optimus Prime. Megatron. Trying to think of like Japanese icon robots. I don't really know. Dude, I don't even know who Jet Jaguar is. Should I know who that is? I don't know. That's a name I've never heard. Haven't heard any developments on VR. Yeah. It does seem to kind of be stalling out. Just a little bit. I think it's going to make it could make a resurgence. I just think we're going to need a big technological development to get us there. Dare I say, like, brain implant level stuff. Like, I think, like, if you've ever seen Black Mirror, I think the VR related stuff in those shows, I think that is potentially in the future. As far as like VR though, I think the future currently is more augmented reality than virtual. That seems to be the trend. There's still a lot of work going on though, as far as like the metaverse and all that stuff. If I know Godzilla, I would know. I know who Godzilla is. Oh, Ultraman. Okay, I've heard of Ultraman. I wouldn't have guessed that, though. Like, it's a shame that VR is, like, so stupid expensive. I think the biggest problem with it is it's just, like... it's got a pretty big barrier to entry. Like, even if you have PlayStation VR, which is... or, like, some of the lower-end VR. Like, it's... first of all, it's lower-end, but a lot of the time you have to have a nice phone or a nice PC or... an entire console to be able to run it. And all of that for like VR experiences to not quite be optimized yet to where they would really be like worth. I think a lot of VR currently is just like glorified TV screens. Like it's just so you can have a big screen. Yeah, I agree, Tim. Haptic gloves and the omnidirectional treadmill. I mean, there's like some work on an omnidirectional treadmill. Like they developed one at Disney. I don't think that's really a consumer edition, but the technology will get there eventually, I think. As a person who gets horrible motion sickness, you can't do VR. I've had some VR games that definitely affect me. And then I've had some that don't. It all just kind of depends on, I think, like, how the game is constructed. If there's, like, lag, stuff like that. But that's why I say, like, if you've ever seen Black Mirror, how they do it in that show, there's, like, a like, really small disc implant thing that you put on your head. You lay down, you turn it on, bang, you're just kind of in the VR world. Because it, like, links up directly with your brain. I think, like, if we get VR like that, that will be scary. If you just push through it and play more, the effect can go away. Yeah, you just keep a bag or a bucket nearby. Or play outside so you can just throw up wherever you want. I still think VR has a lot of potential. Especially in a world where I feel like people increasingly don't want to live in it. And I know that sounds like really like sad. That's kind of a downer way to say it. But I think there's a lot of people that just want to escape reality. And I think like it's almost like it's like exactly like Ready Player One. I think like VR, if it gets good enough, there's tons of people that just don't want to live in reality anymore. Because like for a lot of people it just sucks. So if it gets to the point where you can borderline live there, I think that would be really bad for humanity first of all, but I could see it like getting huge. You have a Meta Quest, never really cared for it, and that's like one of the more higher end VR too. I've always wanted to play Beat Saber, though. I'm a little bit jealous. I think a lot of motion sickness, too, is if you play and you're, like, dehydrated or, like, hungry, that can make a big difference. People just want to start a new life, yeah, and be whoever they want to be. Like, I think the reasoning they give in the Ready Player One movie is totally fair. It's just where people can be anything. I think the dream is totally something that can be marketed. And I think it would draw in a lot of people. Speaking of drawing in a lot of people, today's stream has been absolutely popping off. Again, thank you. Can't say it enough. If you haven't already, if you could go ahead and give the stream a like. And then if you're new here, thanks for being here. Make sure and subscribe so you don't miss our streams in the future. Appreciate having you. Remember what the old man said in the end, reality will at least give you a decent meal. That's true. And like, I ultimately think reality is more important because we live in reality, but that doesn't stop the fact that there's a lot of people that want to escape it. Unfortunately. I do like the message of that movie too. It's like we don't live on the internet. We still live in reality. Just a great movie. I mean, there's a reason my wife and I have watched it so many times. Limbo is so fun. Always feels like Thursdays are the days when stream pops off. It's kind of weird when it does and doesn't, Samir. Mondays are usually a really good day, which I wouldn't really anticipate. And then Friday is usually the slowest day, it feels like. Everything else, I kind of usually feel like it's most of the same. But yeah, Friday is like strangely slow. On a day where I think a lot of people, I feel like, would like be kicking their feet up to like watch a stream, but you can make that argument that they're also out late because it's a Friday. Which I totally also understand. So close, Red Goblin. Oh, never mind. Reality is not fair to everyone. Yeah, that's why I see where the argument is, Jack. And that's why, like, VR, if it gets to the point of Ready Player One, genuinely, like, scares me a little bit. Like, I think you could see a lot of people that just kind of give up on real life, man. And like, I know this is a very serious topic for like an MCOC arena stream. That's not lost on me, but we talk about some serious things here occasionally. And like, dude, I think I think it could potentially be a really, really big problem in the future. Especially with AI, you know, people just increasingly wanted to disconnect from everyone around them. Scary times, or potentially scary times. Speaking of scary, I just dexed that last hit of the special 2, which I don't see too often, so glad I got that. So many units. It's kind of fun to use my 4 stars once in a while, man. I was really focusing on maxing out my 4 stars not too long ago. And then I kind of got distracted with like rank 4 and like focusing on 7 stars. I need to go back to making sure I hit that daily quest that gives me the lower level catalyst and the glory sword. That's like probably the best place to get it. That makes my arena experience in this particular arena so much better. It just goes faster and you get a lot more points. Come on, Mr. Venom. See, and you need your champions to be like maxed or close to it because they're so dang defensive, man. Because this is the low level arena. They just want to hold block the entire time. Hitmonkey will be quick though. This is an excellent arena champion. Any problem? Kids nowadays want to talk on the phone. Dude, okay, to be fair, I also hate talking on the phone. Not to say that I can't or don't do it. But it's mostly because I can never hear anyone, dude. The phone speakers suck when you're talking on a phone. But yeah, texting when you're around the corner from someone is kind of insane. Unless you don't want the person in the room to hear, like, someone else in the room to hear you talking about them behind their back. My wife and I will do that sometimes because we want to leave or something, but we don't want to be rude. That's kind of the only exception, though. But yeah, my own headcanon is, I mean, yeah, people are a lot more antisocial, so phone calls are harder. And we're in a society where people are used to hiding behind their keyboards, so that's just kind of the move. But also, like, I think phone manufacturers saw that that was kind of the way the wind was blowing, so they stopped caring about making calls actually sound good. They stopped putting like innovation and resources into the actual like phone call speaker and audio because, dude, there's so many times I don't know what you're saying if you're talking to me on the phone. You will die on the hill that the AirPods are a top 3 invention. AirPods are pretty goated, not gonna lie. No, noise canceling comes in super clutch. Especially if you're like mowing the lawn or like using like loud equipment or just want to ignore people. They are pretty sick. And the case is so fun to just open and close. The like snap is so satisfying. My AirPods are basically dead though. They like basically they're very on the fritz, we'll say. So I don't really use them anymore. I also don't have an iPhone anymore, so I know you can use them with an Android phone. I just They don't do as much. Man, I was actually kind of hoping for a yellow jacket to be in Banquet too. As like a reworked champion. Dang. Yellow jacket, by the way, is very tanky for some reason. He has like a really high crit defense or something. He would kind of be a menace if they buffed him a little bit. Made him a 7-star. And one of the few Power Sting champions we have, by the way, which there are very few. One of my favorite debuffs in the game. Oh, come on. And his special one is a pain to Dex. I always get clipped by the very last hit. Special 2? Easy. It's like the most free special to Dex. For some reason, the special one, though, can't do it. You didn't know he has Power Sting? Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to know. I mean, Yellow Jacket doesn't... he doesn't see a lot of the contests nowadays. I think he also... It's either Incinerate or it's energy damage in general that he inflicts. His, like, armor can, like... He has some overheat gimmick. Like, the more he's attacked or something. I forget exactly what procs it. That can be really annoying sometimes, though. It's, like, free damage that he can get on you. I think it's Incinerate. He's tanky because he has very high energy resist. Okay. I knew it was something like that. I know he has some sort of, like, ridiculous defensive stat. Dash back before he throws it. And you get it all in one go, I think. Right? Usually I'll just try and bait the special too. Because I just have an easier time with it. Again, though, I think he would be a really fun, like, rework champion. He would have been awesome to have in Banquet box, but oh well. I'll take Scorpion. That's for dang sure. Scorpion all day. But a boy can dream. Yeah, Samir. I'm there with you, man. Yeah, try healing now, buddy. I think Ultron might be a little darker than usual, too. I feel like he's usually a little more shiny. Way long ago, Yellow Jacket in War with Power Start 1 and Unblockable Specials was the ultimate placement. Way back. Yellow Jacket was the move. So far, the Banquet list has been looking good. I agree. I'm pretty excited. There's a lot of champions that I've really missed, like Nimrod and Scorpion. Kingpin on that list as well, that I am really hoping to pull. Just for nostalgia, and just to finally be able to use them in a way that feels more relevant again. I'm stoked for that. All right, good night, Samir. Thanks for dropping in, man. Appreciate you. And then I think Yellow Jacket's a champion they've tweaked before, too. I don't think his kit was the way it is now at release. I think they added like his weird overheat gimmick later on. I don't even know why either. Kind of the same reason they've changed Rocket Raccoon a million times. Tweaked Black Bolt a few times. But they don't ever buff them in a meaningful way, it feels like. Even after those changes were made to those champions, they still weren't used. You're still hard-pressed to find a lot of people that really use Rocket Raccoon. Even though he's, like, decent now, I guess. He's just not tanky enough, man. To be fair, he has crazy competition too, though. Bastion, Sentinel, soon to be Nimrod, Yondu. Tough to compete. I wonder if we'll be able to get, like, the first edition Banquet champs. Like the Rainbow Foil. I feel like every Banquet champ you get should have that. Ooh, what a big damage. Saiyan loves Rocket Raccoon? That makes sense. That checks out. He likes a lot of champions that are a little more unpopular. Like, he can bang out some damage. He has power drain. He can armor break and heal block. Like, he does some useful things, but he's just too... He's just too fragile for my liking. I like my champions to be more sustainable. You guys know that. Other than Hitmonkey, he's my boy. He is the definition of glass cannon, yeah. Yep. What I would have liked for Rocket Raccoon, hey Aaron, is if, like... If Rocket had some sort of, like, self-repair mechanic, like, maybe he could use his scrap, like, consume it to heal himself. I'd be, like, super down for that. But, no, he just gets his little shield or whatever. Which is cool and all, but... You know, like I said, he's in a class with, like, champions that aren't made of paper mache and can still dish a lot of damage. You know, like Bastion can chunk your health down just as much as a rocket special too. Sentinel can heal block, he can armor break, and he can incinerate. Everything other than like rupture and power drain. He can basically do everything Rocket can do, but safer. And he gets a full heal once per quest or life. Ugh, excuse me. Need to give him more attack like Starkey. Make him like super juiced. I think he's okay where he's at. I don't think they really need to touch him. I think like he's still in a good spot where he's like usable for those that really like him. He's just not my cup of tea. Not at all. He needs a shield like Red Skull. I mean, he can get like you can consume salvage on Rocket Raccoon to give yourself like an armor up protection thing. It's just not good enough. Like he's still too flimsy, even after they gave him that. Which is funny. Like Rocket Raccoon's problem has always been that he's like way too flimsy, and anytime they've changed him, they've made him like not near tanky enough. I'm not saying he should be like Colossus, you know? Like, he shouldn't just be like tanking specials to the face. But it shouldn't be like a one combo and you're dead kind of thing, which is how it feels. Yeah, I'm not a huge Starkey fan either, Aaron. Do I have him? No, but I've never really been a big fan. But that's why I think, like, maybe he needs a self-repair gimmick. Like, Rocket is like a master super giga genius guy. You could easily work anything you want into his kit. You could give him an invisibility cloak or something like that. Like, if he could go invis, that could be really helpful. You just need something to either avoid getting hit or, like, mitigate damage more. Potentially, you could give him, like, a healing drone, too. Something. Dang it. I'm not gonna lie. That one, I just wasn't paying attention on the decks. And then I think I actually could have got that dex. Oh well. 4-star arena. We're good. We can get hit. Man, she looks like uncomfortably happy in her victory pose. Just combine him with Groot, make him like Mole God. Dude, that would be sick, actually. That would be really cool. Like, they're both champions that you could probably, like, I don't know, polymerization? Get Yu-Gi-Oh on it? You could combine. I don't think anyone would mind. I mean, people would mind, but they both need help. Throw them together. Why not? Or, yeah, you could do it where he gets Baby Groot. That would be kind of cool. Oh, Groot, by the way. I think he would be a good Stellar Forge champion, too. If he's not the rework champion for Banquet, he could be a candidate for Stellar Forge, because we did have Deathless King Groot, so I feel like it would only make sense to go the other way and have Stellar Forged Groot. It's just a thought. Who knows if that will actually happen. But I could definitely see it. Just like I see Scarlet Witch dead. Dude, she could... Scarlet Witch would actually be kind of a fun Stellar Forged, too. She's useful. But could be cool at Stellar Forged. You could have Winter Soldier. There's a lot of really good options. Wolverine. You could have Stellar Forged Wolverine. Okay, I want that, actually. Wolverine hasn't been relevant in so long. Stellar Forged Wolverine would be electric. Man, that actually gets me really excited just thinking about it. Those are champions I haven't used or, like, haven't been relevant in a while. I would say Black Panther, but we have like 1,000 Black Panthers. Not really, but we have enough. You. Speaking of Rocket Raccoon. Dude, this is a champion I've had on my roster for a really long time, though. Rocket Raccoon joined my 4-star squad, like, super early. Maxed out your 6-star Wolvie for EQ? Goated, bro. Do you take him in with Apocalypse and make him a horseman? I think his bleeds can kind of get pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait, no. EQ. I'm an idiot. Like Elder Quest. A way to heal up mid-quest. That makes sense. Sorry, I was thinking, like, AQ. I mixed up my letters. My bad. That being said, he does synergize, I think, pretty well with APOC. I think you can give him some stuff to give him, like, some heals. Jack, I think X23 is the most likely to be in Banquet. I'm talking about Stellar Forge champion potential, though. I think there's like a pretty decent chance we could get Stellar Forge Wolverine. Ouch. Although I would be pretty happy to see Wolverine reworked and in the Banquet, though. But I think X23 is far and away the most likely. What about BQ, CQ, and DQ? Yeah, we have too many abbreviations in MCOC. Pretty soon we're going to drop the first letter and we'll just say Q. And we'll just have to guess. It's like that that video where it's like the natural progression of like, what are you doing? And then eventually it gets like to what's up or like, what you doing? And then what do? Then it just ends up at do. It's where we're heading. Stellar Forge Dairy Queen? DQ is pretty goated, by the way. First part of UQ, you can make him a horseman for the one quest. He does. Yeah, he's a bleed monster. Or he can be. You still think Red Magneto? It's possible. We won't know until next week. I wish they would have just unleashed every champion on us at once, but I get them for wanting to build the suspense. They do it for the spectacle. Man, Wasp would have been a really cool rework champion too. They have so many good potential rework champs, man. Wasp is honestly so annoying sometimes. Just like her namesake. Coliseum, that'll be sick. I'm looking forward to that. Or like the like, what did they call them? The like stronghold things? Those will be cool. Her heavy is pretty fun. I like champions that can chain into heavy. I think that's a really fun mechanic. And it can come in handy for a lot of different things. I use Silk a lot just for that reason alone. Chavez can do it too. Enchantress can do it as well. Pretty good for Arnim Zola. If you can't punish his heavy or punish by parrying non-contacts, that's kind of your next best thing. Ignore Gladiator. Wait, what about Gladiator? Can he heavy? No, he can't heavy chain in his combo. I mean, he can heavy spam to get unblocked or unstoppable and stuff. You thought he couldn't run forward? You saw him run forward? I don't remember seeing that. Although, to be fair, I don't really pay attention when I'm playing Arena, so... Could have happened. Maybe I want him to run forward so much I just manifested it finally. You got Bastion and Destroyer rank too. Dude, Destroyer can be like super annoying in Battlegrounds. Apparently he's like really good in the current meta. So you might want to throw him down on defense. No slouch on offense either, but he is a little bit slower than other champions. Regardless though, really good rank up. he's immune to a lot of things. And then Bastion is Bastion. I don't think Bastion is such a beast. I feel like almost everybody uses Bastion in war. It's actually insane. Hey, there's the full dex. There it is again. Beautiful. Two champions that can carry you quite a ways, though. Even though Stand Your Ground exists, yeah, the worst mastery of all time. Why did they have to invent that, man? Delete Stand Your Ground, please. Or at least give me a way of knowing if the enemy I'm fighting has it. It's always so obnoxious to not actually know. You just kind of have to assume they have Stand Your Ground, but sometimes you need to knock them down, and some champions require using heavies. It's a mess. Or it can be. Speaking of a mess, Nightcrawler, gross. I will never not hate fighting Nightcrawler. Okay, I don't think his beam can be evaded, right? Oh, that wasn't a beam attack. Oh. No, that hit me. Yeah, I think it's more just to cause me pain and anguish. And just like ruin my love for throwing heavy attacks. It's there to nerf Mangog, we all know. Holy macaroni, that did some damage. Alright, we're chilling though. Maybe. Alright, we're chill. I hate Nightcrawler with passion. I always hate seeing that guy on my alt because I don't really have a great counter. Serpent all day for that guy though. I remember he was in Ordeal, and I think that was a solo. Joaquin, thank you. Dude, that second attack when it crits just murders. So fast. Perfect counter to Nightcrawler, Iceman. Yeah, if you can keep your cold snap. If it falls off, it can be annoying. I have indeed done that matchup. Kate Bishop, if you can get the special one to stick. Anyone with cold snap, really. Or you could do Nightcrawler, or not Nightcrawler, I'm stupid. Archangel. Got my X-Men mixed up. Or mutants. No, what's the most annoying is when you're playing like arena. I mean, I assume people in Battlegrounds or Alliance modes are gonna have stand your ground. What's annoying is like arena, you really don't know. You just kind of have to get lucky. Use Serpent against him. Serpent's really great for Nightcrawler too. Iceman before Jabari was your go-to bullseye counter. Solid counter. Okoye would destroy Nightcrawler as well. Like, Nightcrawler's not super tanky. He's just, like, really annoying to hit. And, like, I don't mind evade champions, like, super bad. Like, Spider-Man evades, but he doesn't, like, make me as angry as Nightcrawler does. What bugs me the most about Nightcrawler, though, is that when he evades, he leaves the freaking smoke grenade. And I can never see what's actually happening. Because sometimes he'll evade and then immediately go to punish. And you just can't react fast enough because, like, you can't see what's happening. He's just hidden behind a cloud. I hate it so much. Literally the bane of my existence, man. Go ahead, man. Or chill, Nick Fury. Throw it. Sinister? Sinister would work, yeah. See what I did there, calling Iceman solid? Yeah, well, it was pretty cool, I think, that I made a pun like that. You could use Strife, too. Strife doesn't, he can't be evaded on his mediums. You could use Null, I think, right? Null's mediums can't be evaded either. There's definitely a lot of options out there. It's just really annoying when you don't have one. If you're throwing a light, I think sometimes you can dash back. I swear there's been times I've evaded and gotten away. Maybe not with the juiced AI lately, though. It might have been, like, back when the AI was a little bit slower. Because I swear I've reacted to an evade before. There it is again. That one was way more intentional. The first one was kind of an accident. Dude, we are so close to the next milestone. Are you kidding me? And we actually got into the 3 stars. Crazy. Oh no, we have to go against Blade. We're cooked. You're off to bed? Hey, thanks for dropping by, Charles. Have a good one, man. I will be there shortly. As in, my own bed. Sorry, I said that in such a weird way. Oh, man. Yeah, that's how you know it's my bedtime, guys. No, I'm freaking exhausted after today. Takes a lot of energy to eat a lot of food. You know what I'm saying, boys? That's probably not a good thing. I probably have a serious insulin issue. Definitely today. That's okay. I'll just, like, run. I'll run it off tomorrow. I love passive AI. It's the best. Holy crap. Dude, tonight's stream, we got over 400 views. You guys are crazy. If you're new to the stream, seriously, thank you for dropping by today. I did not expect, like, a stream on Thanksgiving to pop off as much as it has. Thank you guys that have, like, supported the channel today. This goes to show we're building something here, man. We really are. Really are. Oh my gosh, Domino, please leave me alone. No one is streaming MCOC. Yeah, well, I mean, it is kind of late. Whoa! She failed the dex. That's okay. Alrighty. So close to 5 million battle chips, close to 5 million loyalty. Some insane numbers, man. Alright, guys. I think that's going to do it for the stream today. We don't really have enough time to build up like our win streak on the other arena or anything like that. So I think we're probably going to call it. Again, thank you guys so much for dropping by the stream today. Appreciate you. We saw some new faces today. Thank you very much for being here. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the streams in the future. I have a great time slot in between Lefty and Abdo. Good. That's completely unintentional, but I'm glad it works out. But anyway, thank you guys for supporting the channel. Again, thank you for the awesome community. Shout out to Lee Boyce, our big deal of the stream. Lee, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you so very much. Thank you to everyone else who donated as well. Everybody go ahead and give yourselves a crisp high five and have a good one. And I hope to see you tomorrow. And good luck on any crystals or all that stuff.